Welcome back to Tiny Crimes Games. Sorry about the quick restart. Apparently, I didn't update and the microphone wasn't turned on. And then when you try to turn it on, it says, "Meh, you got to restart to turn it on." So we're back playing some Flesh and Blood. I wonder if I can. So what we're gonna do today is play some Dorinthea. We're gonna roll off here. See who goes first. This is tentatively improved. Oh, we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this roll off. What's really cool about this game is that the cards in your hand that we're about to look at here, they serve triple purposes. They are used for attacking, they're used for blocking, and they're used for resources. So you have to really think carefully about like how you spend them. You drop to your whole hand size of 4, but not until the end of your attack. So let's say you block and use all your cards to block. Then when it comes time to attack, you won't even get to attack. You'll have used all your cards, and you will be heartbroken. So there's a lot going on, and it's actually quite a bit of fun, I think. And also, if you like Aussie tones, then you're in business, because a lot of the Aussie players are making content for it. All right, so this saber says if it's defended by an attack action, it gains +1. That's interesting. Your second attack costs 1 less, so that will be free the second time around. At the beginning of your end phase, if you attacked 2 or more times, you get a copper token for each one that hit. So I don't really want him to hit. They have a lot of effects that allow us to hit. So let's try to sculpt out our turn. So probably going to discard the overpower to get 3 resources. I'll spend 1 on that, 2 on my weapon. This will give it go again, which means I can essentially block with just this, which doesn't even block. So the problem is I don't really want to block. I mean, I don't want to do that because I'm going second, and when you go second, you have to draw back up. So I'm not just going to take all this damage, even though I could easily do that. Instead, I will go... how much is this? It's 2 or 3. Oh, it would become 3 if I play that. Defended by an attack action card. So this is not an attack action. This is a reaction. So I can block with this. It's so good, though. Do I really want to do that? Jeez. I guess. Why won't it come out of my hand? All right, I'll block with that. All right, so that's free. It is not go again. How come this was go again, I guess is the question. Are there 2 cards here? No. How does it go again? All right, let's see why it was go again. This. Oh, I didn't see the hit and run there. Yeah, so it made it go again. So this one will not be go again. This one is just a 2 attack. And I think we actually block it since we're drawing up. I normally would just sort of let that one go through and not worry too much. I want to get this out of my hand. Oh, I can just play that, actually. I can just take the damage and play it. So we'll say no defense. We'll let them attack. We'll take the damage. And then we'll just play it. So this will take us to 170. No, 17. 18 actually. Right, it's only 2. If is defended by an attack. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out when I'm allowed to play this card. I'm a little bit confused on that part. I'm not sure if I have to do it during attack or if I could do it outside of the attack window. Alright, but whatever it is, I'll take my 3 back. I didn't want that card anyway, and I'm going to draw up. So, normally you're only drawing up after your attack, but it's this first turn is a weird one. It should be at 20. Oh, you can go over 20. So there we go. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. You can actually go over. You're married to a Kiwi. Her sister is an adopted Aussie, though. Well, there you go. So this game is right in your wheelhouse. Maybe your wife will even play with you. Okay, we know she won't. But, possible. All right, so we're gonna spend our money on. Oh, this will be cool. So we're gonna go. Yeah. All right. So we got a big turn here. So we get to go 3. That's 3. We get to play that for 1. So now our next thing has go again if it hits. Then we're also throwing this on top. So now it's +2 and has dominate. And then we're going to throw this in there. And so now it is a 5 attack. And my opponent can only block with 1 card. Can block with equipment. But remember, we also have the Stroke of Foresight, which will be 3 more. We get to just drop on top of their head. The problem is if we do that, we're probably going to have to crack one of our pieces of equipment here to get the second attack, which would be unfortunate, to say the least. Alright, so they defend for 5, not surprisingly. Ooh, they used a really good card in Lightning Strike. So we're going to pay 1 more, throw that on top, and now we're sort of in business. We get to draw this card, and then decide where it goes. Does it go on top or the bottom? That's going on the bottom. I really don't like that card. I might take it out. We'll see. Alright, so now we're at a lot. It's 1, 2, 5, 8. So 3, I think. Which is not bad. Well, we're out of resources. It's still dominate, though. And it's +1. Ah, man. That's so tough to just let that go. But so it'd only be 4. And if we attack for 4, they would be able to throw in basically like the bracers and a card and still block it. And we've given up our thing. Oh, actually, what do we have to give up to do? We'd have to give up our Courage of Blade Hold. I don't think that's worth it. I think we just say, okay, we got an attack through. Maybe we shouldn't have put so much into that attack, actually. That might have been an error. Because now we have nothing in the arsenal. It's kind of like, it's a back and forth there. I'm not entirely sure what's right. Alright, so our opponent's got gain 1 health. If you have less, it gains go again. So it's a 4 attack go again. And we've got lots of cards where we could block. So the key is to sculpt out the next turn to know what you're willing to give up. So we have nothing that naturally gives us go again. So we want to do Quicksilver to be able to get the go again. That costs nothing. That means we're going to pitch this thing to get 2 resources, which is only going to let us do our 1 attack plus throwing a Stroke of Foresight on top. And then we're going to be out of resources. We can then use that one. That means we can't block at all. And they have go again. They have 2 more resources. They're going to be able to, if it's defended by an attack action, +1. That's a tough one. I think it's so hard because we're not going to do that much damage if I just take all the damage this turn. But I don't know. We won't be able to get 2 attacks very easily. I think what we're going to end up doing is cracking the blade next turn. I mean, this is pretty good until end of turn. Weapon gets +2, and if it hits, draws a card. So if we could find a way to play all 3 of those, like, yeah. So I think that's what we do. I think we take the damage, we block with this. and then we just take the damage. So we'll do that. Just because if we're going to crack this anyway and break it, let's just take the damage. I mean, let's just use it to mitigate even 1 damage. And then the whole plan is next turn we're going to crack it, and then and we'll see what happens when we crack it. It should be interesting. It's tough because I could just take a worse turn and just put something in the arsenal and then just move on. Okay. If it hits, they can get a quicken token, which is really good. They could draw. They could gain 1. Oh my. Do I want to let that hit? So maybe it's better to just take the 1 attack here. Just block with this. We'll only get 1 attack, and then we'll put like the glint in the arsenal. I don't think we want this to hit, is what I'm trying to say. I think we don't want to just like either let them draw or I don't know, do any number of other things. Where is our chess piece? There it is. Okay. So now we've got 1 on each of these. So my opponent did a good job there. They got a card out of my hand, and then they also were able to make a pretty good move there. All right. So I think we just pitch this. We attack. We have 1 resource remaining, and we have a play. And then we will probably stick the glint in the arsenal so that we have 5 for later. It's not an amazing turn by any means. It might put us behind that block we made that didn't save us much. Might not have been great. They're not even going to bother blocking it. That's super interesting. Okay, cool. They might have a reaction though. So we'll see if they have a reaction, and then if we do, we'll play 1. But otherwise, there's no real reason for us to do that. So they just took it. It's very interesting. I don't know what that means. My assumption is that means they have a really strong attack coming. Well, that's about all it could mean. Oh, right. It doesn't have go again. Let's see. Let's crack this. So we'll crack that to give it go again. Which again, you know, we're like using a card that maybe we didn't want to. All we're doing is attacking. It does put pressure on them. They have to do something about it because it's just too much to let this go through and then give us our thing. So if that's all they're blocking with, I kind of feel like we almost have to do this play that I don't really want to do because it gives us it's going to give us the counter on Dawnblade, and Dawnblade becomes substantially more powerful once it has the counter. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, we get to draw a card, right? See if we want to keep it. That's going to go on top. That's a super good card. That's going to let us have natural go again. Alright, I thought our opponent would do something like that. It would have been kind of surprising if they went in there and then just like let us have our way with them. Didn't work out well for me. I got 1 card out of their hand, which is good. Gives them less attacking opportunities. But it wasn't great. Scar for scar. When you have less health. Oh yeah, right. They always want to be lower. This thing doesn't have a block. This card is so annoying. So we can go like pitch this, play that, have go again. Our will be 3 with go again. We can actually make it. Problem is we don't have anything to go over the top, so that's kind of problematic. Do we just take 4? That's the question we're wrestling with. Our play would be pitch this, play hit and run, attack with that. Not a great play. It would let us put this in the bin, in our arsenal, which could be good. I might be okay just to block with it, though. They have no resource. Do they have 2 resources? No, they must have none, because this costs 0. Ah, tough decisions here. They have 2 cards, so they're going to be able to attack with these guys also. I think we're going to take it. I really want to put something in that arsenal. And if this turn gets out of control, then I'll have to do something about that, clearly. Alright, so that's 2, so they will be able to attack again. So this is only 2. If you have attacked 2 or more times with weapons this turn, each that hit. 3, yeah. I'm going to take that also. We're going to kind of take a bunch here and see what we can do with it. This might be foolish. Alright, so they're going to react with Quicksilver to give go again. Okay, so now they get another attack. Let's see. I don't know. Should I really be taking this much damage? Alright, once per turn, your next weapon attack is +1. So this thing is attacking for 3. Alright, I think here we're just going to throw it on the spoils and block it. I don't know if that's right. It means they get 1 copper. We still have 3 cards to do stuff. We can still go hit and run into Dawnblade, into Flock. But again, we're like not doing that much. So I wonder if the better play is to go like hit and run, discard Flock. Yeah, we'll discard that. That card is no good. I shouldn't say that. It's fine. No, I did that in the wrong order, but it's fine. Alright, so it's got go again, and it's 3. So we have an extra action after this one. We'll see if our opponent blocks with a bunch. I'm guessing they're going to block with 3. Doesn't cost them that much. So then the question is, do I want to throw something on top? I don't. They probably will pass also. Even though I have go again, I don't get another attack there, but oh shoot, that I have to show something. So that doesn't work. Right, I forgot about that. So that's fine. I kind of wanted to just play this in the arsenal anyway, and just attack just enough to get that out of their hands. So it's not the end of the world. But it didn't go great. Like we're falling farther and farther behind as our opponent is going sort of wide on us. And, you know, messing with us. And I showed them the card in our arsenal. This was not a secret card. So we'll see what our opponent has here. This thing says, destroy one of these coppers for 4 resources. Oh, right. Have I drawn up? No, I had not. Okay. So we have some pretty decent stuff here. Like, these 2 responses together are really strong. And we have a go again, so that's pretty good. So this is 4 go again. And this card is super annoying, so you have to actually pay for it. I hate this card so much. Alright, but we're going to play that, pay 3 for every... Like, we have a really good turn if we just take a bunch, which I think is what we're going to do. This is worth 2, so we're going to do that. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll take 2. I'm going to try to save everything and just try to put together a pretty good turn here just to turn the tide. Because right now, I feel like we're playing on the defensive, which is really frustrating. Your next weapon attack is +2 and go again. Alright, we're going to take it. No, we're not. This thing can still take 2 damage. So we'll throw that on there. So we'll take 2. Go to 8. What? Doesn't that cost money? Oh, second cost 1 less. That's what it is. All right. Well, that was a lot of damage. So now it's like our goal here is to try to turn the tide right now. Like that, we took all that damage intentionally, knowing that we had a pretty darn strong hand here. So we get to go hit and run. We can even pop the chest. Let's see, do we want to do that? If we pop the chest, we would have... Yeah, because then we could show that. That would be free. We would play both of these, hit, show that one, play the other one, and have enough for it. So we can do... No, we still have to toss. Whatever, we're going to do that. Alright, so that's free. So everything's free so far. We just have a whole hand of goodies. Opponent is blocking for 3. We're currently at 3, so we're going to throw Iron Song on top. Yep. So now it's 6. Let's see if our opponent does anything. Okay. All right, so our opponent takes 3. And then we're going to pay... So the question is, how do we do this? Do we do this one? We get a quick attack, but we don't get to do that. So I think what we need to do is, again, attack with Dawn Blade to see if we can get our counter. This was... I didn't do this very well. That's the bottom line. If I could give this one go again as well, it would be fine. Like, it would be a pretty great attack, but didn't go great. Oh well. All right, so our opponent's just blocking with a bunch of stuff, and then that forces us into paying for that. And then we'll see if they play something from their hand. They still have 3. Yeah, they're going to shunt. So they not only block it, but they do a damage. But they're down to 1 card in hand. So we were able to sort of turn this around. So that 4, 5, 6, 7 against my 6. And that's it. Then... So we're still losing by 6, actually 7, because I take 1 from Shunt. We didn't get our token, but we've whittled our opponent down to a very small hand where they probably won't be able to do much. They might get 1 attack off. If we can find a way to have 1 block and then come back with a super strong attack, which it looks like we can actually with this stinging... What? Oh, Arsenal and pass back. So they didn't even attack. They just put a card in the arsenal. That's how strong our attack was, that we completely negated their entire turn. But there was a trade-off. Okay, so we're gonna go this thing. Put a card from your hand. Okay, so you can't do the arsenal, but we can show from the arsenal. So we're gonna go this. And then we're going to toss that to attack with this. So again, another really big attack. We're already at 6. So that's a lot. We don't have go again, though, which is problematic. I maybe should have done that differently. All right, they're going to block with 6. And then we will, of course, throw that on top for 4 more. So we go to 10. So we're threatening 4. Will they do another shunt, or will they just take 4 and go even lower? All right, they have a defensive reaction. Oh, okay, no. We don't have go again, which is unfortunate. So that's just going to be it for our turn, which is not quite the turn we wanted, but again, we whittled them some more, and they will probably be able to attack here is the problem. Like, I don't think we did enough to sort of like eliminate them from attacking. Let's see if I block. Wow, 2 enlightened strikes. That's really interesting. So we can give them both go again. Ravenous Rabble is going to attack for 4. I don't think we can just take that. Like, we've taken a lot of damage from this person. They only have the 1 card, but what we can do with our turn is go Enlightened Strike with go again, putting the Sink Below on the bottom, and then we can't Enlighten Strike again, but we can show the other card, we can show the Enlighten Strike. So I think that's how we do it, which means we can block for 3. And we're actually going to block for 4. And just try to, like, control this game. Okay, so they've got an Enlightened Strike, which is really powerful. Oh, they could go for 7. Yeah. Enlightened Strike for 7 there is really strong. So now we really do have to respond to that. We can't. We had the advantage, and we've sort of lost it at this point, I think. I think we're going to have to block with the Enlightened Strike, which means we can't do much of anything on our turn. If we just block with that, we would lose. Wow, blocking with Enlightened Strike is really bad. So I think probably what we do instead is block with Sink. We'll take 5, which would kill us, 4, which would put us in shunt range of death. That's a super dangerous play. Because they've already showed us that they play shunt, but they've only showed that they play blue shunt. But they've only played 1 blue shunt. I was thinking they had gotten rid of 2. I don't think we can do that. I think we have to do the madness play and block like that, which loses the game either way, I think. So we block for 4, they do 3, we go to 2. And then I think we lose. I don't think we can win here, having given up one of our best cards like that. I think our best play here is this. Playing this, putting this on the bottom, keeping our Enlightened Strike. Oh, no, wait. It's just reveal. I forgot. That one's just reveal. Oh, wait, you don't have to pitch it, right? Just reveal a card. Alright, and then we get a Quicken Token, which is... It's a little late. Like, I'm not sure a Quicken Token is going to be anywhere near enough to save us. And we don't have anything that's going to be able to go up on top of it. Oh, alright, so we'll toss that for 3. I'm totally lost on this one. So then I'll show that. Okay. Oh, that was a mess, but we got there. Wait. Okay, so that was a mess. That's not how we want to do that. If we're going to do that, what we should be doing is we should be playing this to pitch. Nah, it's such a mess. We did it so badly. Maybe not badly, whatever, but it's not pretty. It's not going to work out very well. This being an Arsenal didn't work out very well. This is my 894th card game. Perhaps this will be the perfect game that I have sought. That's pretty much exactly right. That is pretty much exactly right, Chris. I cannot disagree with that. I've been pretty impressed with this game, though. You should check out the video I made about why I decided to start playing it yesterday, where I kind of lay out like all the problems I've been thinking about. Oh, no block. Okay, so they just take 5, which is probably super smart, right? They just take 5, and then, oh well, they don't care. All they have to do is kill me. So now I have to put everything I have on defense turn after turn just to not die while our opponent just keeps pushing. Wow, and then this is crazy strong. So this attack is 5 with go again, and even giving up 1 is quite dangerous. Oh, right, and if this blocks, it's even more. So I have to go like that and that, which is just not at all what we wanted to do. Not even close. Now they get to attack again, probably with, wow, a 0 cost one. How is it 0 and it's 4? That doesn't even make sense. If it hits, choose any. This is such a good card. Why aren't I playing this? Oh, man. Like, you have to block it, or terrible things happen to you. And blocking it is not... this card is, like, obscenely good to give up. And if I just block with that, I die. So we are dead. That's what it comes down to. I mean, I have to block there, take a damage, and then I'm going to die. He got me. He got me. I knew I was dead last turn when he didn't block. Like, I just knew that he was going to get over me. This player is a lot better than me, and it is one of the things I very much like about this game is that the better player usually wins. And I really like that. Oh. They didn't win here. But if they draw a shunt, they just outright win, which is quite annoying. And all I have is this one E-strike in the arsenal. And if I give up my arsenal card, then it's kind of like, okay. And this one costs 1, so I can't play it. So I'm going to do this. Putting that on the bottom. This at least puts a little pressure on them. It's for 7. They can't just take it. They would lose. They'll have to block with 1. But it's kind of like, okay, I'll block with 1. Big deal. And then I'm continually in this difficult spot. Like, I even just gave up my arsenal card, which is the card that allows me to develop a little bit of a hand advantage. So we're just digging all we're really doing is digging ourselves a deeper grave to be buried in. That's what we're doing. We are digging a deeper, more effective grave. So, yeah, not a game that's going well for us. We can't win this one unless like utterly nutso things happen. We can't win. We'll see. We're gonna play it out to see what happens. All right, they're just blocking for 3, taking 4 and losing. Oh, they're not. They're not taking 4 and losing. That's weird. All right. So they're going to take 3 to go to 1, which is very, very risky play. I think that's a wrong play. I think that is a really bad play. The reason it's so bad is because if I draw okay, maybe they looked and they saw that I didn't have a shunt left. So I need to look now just to make sure I'm not saying incorrect things here. Maybe because I have no shunts in there, they think I'm not playing shunt, which is even better for me. Here it is. This card is going to win the game now by my opponent going to 1. They allowed me the opportunity to just kill them. Okay. Destroy 4 coppers. Control rather than play its cost. Draw 2 cards. So, alright. So if they have a healing card, then their play was totally fine. If they don't, they might die. Because this says when it defends a weapon, deal a damage to the attacking hero. So, I mean, maybe they realized that by taking that damage, they were able to take this risk that they were going to go over the top enough on the one attack that it wouldn't matter. But if they just are thinking, I'm going to swing with a weapon and win, that's a colossal error to go down to 1. So it's going to be really interesting to see if my opponent here made a big error or if they made a really smart, nuanced decision. I'm very curious to see how this turn plays out. It's going to be interesting for me because what they may do is just play a bunch of stuff, not attack with their weapon, make me get rid of my whole hand, and then beat me, or they'll do that and lose. So that is a super big error that they made then. Now it's interesting because they looked in my discard pile and saw doesn't have a shunt. Cool, I'm golden. But it exists and a lot of people play it, so it's a risky play. Alright, so... Alright. I need to ask something. What I'm asking is, if they put a bunch of stuff over the top of the saber, does their damage resolve first or does mine? And I don't know what that answer is to know if I need to block for more. My defense react would kill me before your attack resolves. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so I have no blocks. My opponent's going to do attack reaction. Then I'll do my defense reaction with this, and I win. I believe I just won. Before shunt resolves. There we go. That's what I was thinking must be going on, because this player is really good. So what they did is, instead of blocking, they made it look like they were going to lose and baited me into thinking they'd made a mistake, and that I play this shunt. It cost me 2 cards then just to block the one, thinking I had to win when I could have just blocked it regular, and then healed up and beat me. So that was cool. I don't quite know how the chain works, but I think what happens is we put all our cards on the chain, and then, like magic, it sort of resolves in the opposite order. That's my guess of what's happening here, so that the sigil is on the chain, it resolves, but it may not be. It may just be an instant, and so it immediately goes off. That's a place where I'm going to do some research myself, and then I'm going to make a video about like how timing in the chain works, because it's something I have no idea. All right. So he said that it would also resolve before whatever I did if it was on the chain. I don't know. I'll have to do a little research on that, and I'll get back to you all. Bottom line is, they just gained 3. I did 1, and now I'm in big trouble. I'm in really big trouble. I don't remember. Do they have a go again, though? I don't think they do, right? Oh, they have Quicken, so they have go again. All right, so I'm going to have to end up probably giving up most of my turn. Yeah, most of my attack turn. Well, the dream would be is if I give up one more card, get to put 1 in the arsenal, and sort of threaten something. or instant before your attack resolves. Mine resolves first. So technically, if I play an attack reaction or instant before my thing resolves, mine resolves first. Okay. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I'll research. I'll get back to you. I mean, I certainly trust that this dude knows what he's doing. So that is not an issue. All that was that issue is do I know what's happening? All right. This one is just better than this one, so we'll block with this. Like, we have to just keep blocking because otherwise we lose. We're at 1. This is the peril that we put ourselves in by taking the damage earlier to break out a pretty good attack. We made it so that later we were stuck in these spots where we were going to have to give up every card just to stop attacks. And there's a handful of cards they could have in their hand that just do 4, and I can only block for 3, and then we just lose. So it was a really fun, interesting end where it kind of looked like we were going to win on a mistake by our opponent, and then they were like, no, I outplayed you, as I've been doing all game. All right, so our opponent just won. They put a reaction on the top, which did 3. So now the elementary school math says 5 to 3. They do 2 damage. They got me. I'll see if my opponent wants to do one more. If not, that's cool. Oh, cool. My opponent is up for one more. I really like playing against this guy. He is a lot better than I am. And I feel like I'm able to learn from him. It's one of my rules when I play card games is losing is good at the beginning. Just to be really clear. Like, losing sucks when you're in tournaments and you've invested all your time and resources into mastering a game. I hate losing then. But I love losing in the first month or so of playing a game because you learn so much about the game, about decks. Like, I've won a lot of games in the last 3 days, but they didn't teach me much, right? They were like against people who didn't really know how the game worked that well. I was able to flip the game into my direction pretty easily. And then once I got there, I was able to hold on to it. And it just felt like I couldn't lose, which is so interesting. Can you delete my board? Just drag, select it all, and hit delete. Yeah, I can do that. Boink. All right. Yeah, so like I said, this game is so... Reminds me a lot of Game of Thrones 1.0, where I always felt like whoever was the better player was going to win. And it wasn't always the case, of course, right? It's a card game. There's randomness. But it felt that way, and that's how this game feels. When I'm the better player, I pretty much always win. When I'm the worst player, I pretty much always lose. Which I think is really hard if you're always the worst player. But I really love that in a card game. Like, the one thing I really not loved about Magic is that I feel like win rates aren't super high even when you're the better player. Like, a great example of that was when I started playing Modern. I was terrible at Magic, and I like top 8'd a major tournament and did really well in it just because I had a deck that was fairly linear and powerful, and I had enough of an understanding of just my deck that I was able to kind of play and do well. With like Game of Thrones 1.0, that just wasn't the case. You would just get wrecked. And that's how I feel like in this game as well. I feel like the best players' win rates are obscenely high. And maybe they're obscenely high because there's so many inexperienced players, but still, like, the champions, they have really high win rates. All right, I'm going to go second. The reason being that I just get to block everything and then just have a new turn. So, and with Shunt, that's really good going second. As normally I hate Shunt. Like, doing the 1 damage isn't that great, but if I'm going to drop anyway, it's wonderful. This is the worst card to have. I guess it's not. I'll just take a shot and then heal. Yeah, I might want to try to hold on to one of those if possible, but I'm going to be fine blocking everything. All right, what did they give up? Crane Dance. All right, I played against a version of this yesterday that was just horrific. This one does not look horrific. If you have a card in your pitch zone with cost 0, it gains go again. They do it, so it's cost 0. So it has go again, and it's only 1 damage. All right, let's look at what we've got. I think there's some mask here. Yeah. When an attack action is the 3rd or higher chain link in a row to hit, draw a card. My goodness. I think we can let that go through. That's fine. We can take a couple hits and then just heal it all up with Sigil anyway. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so here we go. They're gonna say, give me 1. They had go again. Here comes the other one. What does this one get? Oh, yeah, because the same reason. One more. I think we can probably just shunt it and do a damage. I think that's fun. And yeah, Emerhall, I mean, I've basically been looking for another game that's Game of Thrones 1.0 since I stopped playing Game of Thrones 1.0. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna block. So we get the block. We do a damage, and we still have a block and other. So they have to do 3rd or higher chain link to in a row to hit. So they're not going to. So they're not gonna get to draw the card. All right, so this is 4. Yeah. Oh, right, they get to heal. That's annoying, but we'll do this. Actually, do we want to burn? We're going to burn that also so they can't heal one. I don't really want to see them heal there. It's not a huge deal. And, wow, this is just so much attacks. Jeez. Gains going. And they're all 0? What is with this deck? This is insanity. I'm going to take that. So I'll take 3. 3. And they're going to arsenal that. I'll heal up 3. Alright. And then the stuff all goes in. This thing has a counter. I mean, that was technically a great turn for them because they got one of my equipment down. Oh, I hate this card so much. If I hate that card so much, why is it in my deck? That's what I'm really wrestling with. I think it comes out. I think this deck belongs to a better player than I, and I think for that better player, sure, this is a great card. For me, Sir Chumps-a-Lot, this is not a great card. Like the fact that I have to pitch for 1 should tell my opponent a lot about my hand. That I have a lot of 1-cost reactions, because there's no way I'm gonna pitch for 1 if I don't have a bunch of like 2s and 3s. So it's one of the cool things about this game. As you get better at it, that should telegraph to my opponent a ton of information. Really, I'm gonna take 1 resource when I could have taken 2 or 3. It means that I either have something like Glint that is super strong, or I just don't have anything. So we're gonna do this one. This is 4. So it takes us up to 7, and then we're just gonna stick something in the arsenal. Oh, right. Okay, he's right. We'll do that to pay for it. Definitely he was correct. Wasn't a 0-cost card. Okay, cool. So I did 3. That means that's fine. We got 3 in. I'll take it. And we get to arsenal this. Cool. I feel like we sort of turn things around a bit, right? They're all the way down to 13 now. We both have 5. Oh, I guess I should say I have 5. They only have 4. Okay, this is really good. So what we could do is just sort of go all in for 1 good attack. Ooh, what is that again? It's that. All right, so that costs 1. All right, so I can block with this, and draw a different card. It's an interesting decision because I kind of like just having the 3 from this. So if I have the 3 resources, I pay 1. That's cost 0 actually. So I'm paying 1 for the weapon, 1 for the supremacy, 1 for the other card. So I'm doing 2, 3, 6, 10. And that means all I can block with is this. And I think that's fine. This is only 1. Like, do I even care about 1? No, I don't think I do. 1's fine. Okay, you got me for 1. I'll take 1 more. Now if they hit the next one, they get to draw, which is kind of annoying. But, we'll see what it is. It's only 2. Can't be blocked by hand? What? I think I missed something here. What did I miss? When an attack you control hits your next turn. Why can't it be attacked from hand? I'm missing something. I don't understand why it can't be attacked from hand. Benji's ability. There we go. Okay. I don't think I want my opponent to hit me for the 3rd time from hand. So one of the things that I do differently than I've seen most players, which means I'm probably wrong, is that I use my equipment a lot early. Actually, wait. Just this. I use my equipment early quite a bit in Blitz. I feel like the games are so fast, it's fine. So if this was the last attack, this combat chain, it gains +1 go again and can't be defended by attack action cards with base something greater than the number of chain links you control. So it's just 3 go again. I think that's fine. We're going to have a really big turn here. So, oh wow, they didn't even do anything else. I thought for sure they're going to do something out of the arsenal. Like, we're in very good shape here. We are in such good shape, it's ridiculous. The only problem is that that thing doesn't have go again. That's kind of a problem, but it's not a huge problem, I guess. Okay, so we'll do this. +1 and dominate. We'll do that. Tossing that to do it. Blink. So now it is +3. Oh, sorry, that cost that. And then we'll go like that to do that. And so if it hits, it's going to draw a card. I won't have go again, which is annoying. So our opponent can just like dump a bunch of stuff on, but we can get go again with our bolters. And we might do that because we're going to have them really low to start with. Yeah, so it is 6 domination. Be interesting to see if our opponent just says, I'm taking that because I have such a big turn coming. I feel like they can't. Like, that would be a lot to just take 6. Like, that's a lot. And I could still crack the bolters and do 6 more. I don't think I will, though. I think what I would do is just hit the card in the... Okay, that's fine. So that's 3. So that's 3. Is it worth it to hit the bolters and give up our card in the arsenal? That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 1. Okay, so that thing breaks when they're not using that. But they could easily block with 3 if they want. So all we're gonna do is that. Just gonna pop 4 more on top. Just gonna go 10. So we're gonna go super tall on them. so that they end up taking 7 here and going down to 6. And they'll get a pretty decent attack, but I feel like it puts us in a pretty good spot. Okay. So they take a lot. Yeah, that's a pretty good turn. I can be up. Oh, wait. I forgot. All right, so the question I'm asking is, I get to draw from the supremacy, because it's whenever it hits, I draw a card. But I'm not sure if I can bolters also. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll draw my card. Oh my. The next turn is the next attack would be 6. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna crack it. This puts so much pressure on them. Like, so much pressure. Oh my god. I wasn't really thinking about how much pressure exactly this put on. Actually, do I break the chain here? I think I do. So it's target +1, target weapon. Oh my goodness, yeah. So I'm going to break the chain and do that. So that goes away. And then I'll pay 1 to go 1 to do that again. So this is a nutso turn. I think I just win here, actually. So that's 3, 6, 9. So it's 9 with dominate. I mean, they can only block with 1 card in hand. I'm not going to win actually here, but it's going to be rough. They're going to have to use all their equipment. They're going to have to play the 1 card from hand, still take damage. So that's 5. So they're still taking 4. I guess they could have somersault in there. Yeah, okay, so that was pretty big, but it did cost them a ton of resources to do all that. So although we didn't kill them or get the Dawnblade trigger, we got a lot of incremental gain there, like a ton of incremental gain. We did give up the bolters though, so we did, and we gave up our arsenal. So we gave up stuff for the incremental gain. I think we're going to take a bunch of damage here. We do have Valor next turn. So we can go... If we give up everything, we get to go Valor into attack for 4. It'll have go again, and then we E-strike for 7. So we'll have to basically dump everything again. Oh no. Will we be able to do that? We will, because we'll do it like that. Maybe what we do though is E-strike. We toss the potion to play the sling blade. Yeah, we're gonna do it like that. I'm gonna probably take everything here. Just kind of see what happens. So take 1. Okay, I can take 1. See what happens on the 3rd one. Boink. Alright, let's see what they have from hand. If it hits, draw a card. So that's pretty strong. So if this hits... Oh wait, what's going on with this? If you defend... Oh, I didn't realize that. So they really gave up a lot. Holy moly. So if I could somehow stop this, I would be in business. I think we need to. That's too good of an opportunity for them. I think what we'll end up doing if we stop it, we do that and then equipment. And then we end up tossing the potion to do Valor and then just putting Strike in there. And I think that's fine. It's not wonderful, but I think it's fine. We go like that, and... I thought bolters had one in it. I was thinking I used bolters, but I've not. Sorry, bracers. I can't remember if I used the bracers or not. I was thinking I did. I think it should. I think I used it. I'm pretty sure it's possible I didn't and I'm mistaken there, but I would rather be mistaken the wrong way in this particular game. I'm trying to sort of learn here. All right, I think it's valuable just to put E-strike in there. We'll just do this. Pretty straight ahead turn. They have to block this or I get another attack. So they're probably going to want to block it. Yeah. So they block with 4. That's fine. I'll just say that ends my turn. Put that in the arsenal. So basically that let me just kind of like almost pass my turn, but reload the arsenal. And I cracked some more of their equipment up. Oh, that's a 0. Wow. Alright, and they only have 2 left. Alright, what is our turn going to look like? This might be a good turn. Let's see. So that's 3. And this gives it go again automatically. So we pitch that to go 1, 2, 3. Play the glint. Probably crack the tunic. I think we just take. I think we just take this turn. Unless they play something remarkable. Don't think we're too worried about what they're doing. It's an interesting turn, though. Scar is super good. Gets go again, and it's 4. I'm not real excited to take that. We have the E-strike, so we get to go... So we get to go pitch that, play that and that. Like, play that to get the draw or E-strike for it. I think we take everything. Let's see what happens if we take it all. This could be super bad, but we're going to try. It's one of those moments where we were... Oh, wow. Okay, so that's what's so interesting about this game. Like, it looked like he might womp on us. But then he didn't, and taking that damage was so smart now because we have a huge lead right now. Yeah, I did that out of order, so you're supposed to do that first. All right, and then I'll pay that to attack, and we get to save the bracers or the whatever the Courage of Behold for next turn, which is really good. I'm pretty sure we're gonna either strip their hand or win. No, not win, but get him to like 2 with a counter. Yeah, things are looking quite good for us. I think I did this wrong actually, but it's kind of too late to take back at this point. All right, so we're gonna go 3. I am gonna pay 1 more to do that. Let's go over the top. Have go again. So I don't need to do much here. They're at 3. I'm at 6, 8. I'll put that on top. Okay. So they are still going to somersault. So they're at 7 and I'm at 8. Wait, where are they at here? I didn't think they blocked twice. I don't understand. All right. They might be at a lot, actually. All right, so they're at 10. We are at 6, 8. There really is no way to get over that. What I could do is play Glint, draw a card, hope it's a 0. 0 cost, like a Stroke of Foresight would basically win. I don't think we need to do that. I think we can just E-strike here. And then our opponent is probably going to lose everything. Oh, I don't have to show them that. Whoops. I keep forgetting that. And this will be for 7. The problem is we're kind of going all in here. Like, we're losing our arsenal card, and our arsenal card what was giving us this permanent advantage. They could just double block, throw in an equipment, and be fine. Or that seems like a very weird play to me. The reason I say that is because they have another card. Their turn's going to be garbage anyway. Why not protect yourself more? I guess their thought must be that that card is going to be good enough to force me to give up enough cards in my hand to make it harder for me to win. Okay, and if it hits, they gain life. So that's pretty good. Okay. What's our next turn looking like? So next turn we could crack the chest piece. Okay, so next turn's a bad turn for us because we don't have anything that gives us many resources. But we could crack the chest piece to be able to then ditch route to play Stroke of Foresight, which would then allow us to play Enlightened Strike, pitching Reflex. So it's quite a bit if we're willing to take everything our opponent dishes at us, which is 4 Breaking Scales, target action card with combo gains +1. So it'd be 4, 5, 6. We would have to go to 1. Are we willing to go to 1 and risk it all? No, I don't think we are, but we could still go like this and just we don't need to block that, right? We can just take that 4. Wait. Do they have one? Oh, they would need a resource to pay for this. So they actually don't have a way to even do anything else. All they can do is this attack for 4. So I think we can just block here. That's fine. Let's just queue up a really strong attack. I think that's the way to go. We don't have go again next turn. I forgot about that part. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, so then I take the 1. I take 3. All right, 3 to 3, or 4 to 3. They draw up. Okay. So first things first, we play Enlightened Strike, throwing Route underneath. Oh, what am I doing? Goes there. This is a bad hand. Like, if we had a good hand here, we would have probably closed it out. But it's a bad hand. And that's unfortunate. Oh. We're not going to give it go again. We're just going to give it 7. We're gonna make them just attack with everything. Because I have this thing. I forgot I had the reflex thing. So we might be able to sneak a win in with that. Yeah, so that's a big difference. I'm going to go in with 7 for this. Then be able to put the reflex on top to take it to 10. And then if I'm able to, I can crack the bracer to go in for that. So we'll go do that to put that on top. Yeah, that seems really strong. Wait, did I discard anything for that? I was supposed to put that under, not discard. I keep screwing up. And yeah, so I was just going to do that later, but yeah, that should be under as well. All right, so we're going to gain 3. and then take 2. So 10. I go to 1. They have 1 card in hand. That's done for. That's done for. That's 1. So I'll crack that and just attack with that. And then this makes it so that they have to block with the last card in hand or they lose. So now it just comes back to me. And they're just at 1 hoping not to lose. So I think that worked out really well. They just have to pass their turn. They can't even put anything in the arsenal. And then hopefully I just win, which is really interesting because it looked like I was totally dead in this matchup. Okay, so they draw up. We can go hit and run, giving it go again, but we could also do that with a Quicksilver. I think we might want to go Supremacy with the attack. It's really interesting. Ugh. I think what we want to do is discard the Valor, play the hit and run. No, we probably want to do. Oh, so this makes so it's an if it hits. That's the problem. So then we're into this like weird spot of if it has to hit. But what they don't know is I have a glint. It sort of changes everything. So we get to go 2 to play that. No, to play that. Then 1 more to play that. Then to get rid of that to do that. So now it's 2, 4, 7. They basically have to block with everything or just like hope I don't have anything. I mean, I don't, but well, they have to do all of that just to stop this attack. So it's 8. If I have anything, we win. So instead I'll do that. Draw a card. And then I don't get to win. I have to pass to the next turn. But we're still putting on so much pressure. They do have 1 card now, which is annoying. But we did get to put 1 in our arsenal. It's a really long Blitz game, by the way. Yeah, so they didn't even get a turn. They just arsenaled. And, why not to the next turn? Alright, so we've got Iron Song red. So that's super strong. Shunt is super strong. So we're going to go that. So it's 3. Oh, we're not going to have go again. That's interesting. So the fact that we don't have go again is quite fascinating here. Puts us in a weird spot where... How do we do this? So if we go 3, 6, 9, 10, it means they have to discard everything, essentially. So go like that. Do that. Let's go down to 2. And then we're 6. It's an interesting situation because it probably looks like we have like a million stuff waiting back. So they go defense 6. So we go... So it's 3, 6. So I'm going to put that on top to go up to 7. And then it's like, do you have a somersault? They have the Solace to go to 4. And then I do that. And that's game. Unless they have something in the arsenal. Whoa! We got there! Beat the better player than me. That's always nice. Not sure that this opponent has much experience with this specific deck, though. I know they are a Dorinthea player, and this isn't like their deck. They were sort of experimenting. So I think that's what closed that skill gap there. This is the only deck that I know well. My opponent just sort of grabbed a deck and now talking about how it doesn't put much pressure, which I agree. It seemed fairly weak in that even when they were going like all out, they're like attack, 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 I could just kind of be like, okay, I'll take 4, 5 and swing back with all of my dudes. I mean, with all of my cards and just do a huge attack back. To me, I think that's what the difference was in this game. Also, he makes a good point that by my deck having all these cards with high armor on them, it makes it easier to attack those little piddly attacks. And I think in a constructed game, I couldn't get away with that as much, right? In Blitz, because it goes so quickly, I'm able to throw out more of those armor a little bit more loosely, I guess is the word I want to use. Whereas in constructed, I wouldn't be able to do that. Well, thanks for coming by, everybody. It looks like there's 7 people there. No one's chatting, so if you're there and you're just lurking, hi, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by the Tiny Grime stream today. Hope you liked what you saw. You should definitely come back for some more gameplay. I'll be trying to stream, make videos. I decide I'm gonna, not only am I gonna play quite a bit of Flesh and Blood, but because there's not a ton of content creators right now, I'm gonna go ahead and make content for it as well. The last couple of games I've played, which are Magic and Legends of Runeterra, there were a ton of famous content creators. It kind of felt pointless, but it feels like there's more of a room here to make some fun content. Because really, I'm just here to have some fun. We're all just basking in the aura of Tiny. Well, I don't know what that means, Spectre. But I appreciate you saying hi, and thanks so much for coming by. I know Spectre's been playing Flesh and Blood a lot longer than I have, so I'm just happy to get into the game. It's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. So this is the deck that what's going on here? Why can't I scroll anymore? But this is the deck I've been really having fun with. Dorinthea. I've been playing almost all Blitz. I need to. Okay, that was actually an unintentional lie. I've been playing only Blitz. So I need to get some constructed games in to be able to have sort of a fuller portrait of the game. There's a couple of cards I don't love in this deck. I have to figure out if they're just because I'm bad or because they're optional or I'm not using them all that well. I think the best example is this card. I feel like this is a situational card that's good in constructed, and I'm not convinced it's great in Blitz. I don't know. 3 is not bad to gain, but just really limits those. It limits your opportunity to do the take damage crackback. It gives you less hands where that is an option. And I just wonder about that. I don't know. Other way around. It's a champ in Blitz, limited, and constructed. Which one is a champ in Blitz? Benji? Yeah, Benji is only a Blitz champ, if that's what you're saying. For sure. But I think you're also saying he's good in limited and bad in constructed. I could see how he would be terrible in constructed, because you could just kind of like keep blocking these things, go to more of a fatigue element for those of you who've played Hearthstone, where you're just like running them out of cards. Sigil 1. Okay, I don't know what Sigil 1 means. But thanks for coming by, everybody. Oh, the sigils. That's what you're talking about. It's a champ in Blitz, limited and constructed. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like in constructed, you have 40 health. Like 3 is pretty small. I don't know. I just feel like in other decks, I could see how this would be really a great card. It just feels like this deck is so versatile, and it wants to pick its windows, and when the window is there, you really don't want a Sigil of Solace in your hand. That's been my thought. Maybe it has been winning me games, and I'm just not seeing it. That's entirely possible, right? That there's like, I've played it several times, and maybe in those games, if we sort of went back and gave me a different card, we would see, oh, actually, I would have lost that game. But from my limited experience, it really feels like this card by only being a 1 pitch and only giving me 2 health. So here's another interesting thing. If there's a sigil 2 pitch, a yellow one that gains 2 health, I think that's something I'd be more interested in playing. Now, the problem there is it doesn't heal up a whole attack, but I think that's fine. Because you don't need it to heal a whole attack. You only need to heal it just enough where that 1 attack didn't kill you. So I'm wondering if maybe that's what I need to do. Switch that to a sigil 2, if that even exists. I don't know. And then go from there. All right. Well, thanks for coming by, everybody. It's time for me to head out. It's dinner time over here. I'll see you next time.